Hi, Lynette. Are you there?
Hi, teacher.
Hello, honey. How are you today?
Fine, and you?
I'm good. Thank you so much. How was the weekend, Lynette, for you?
Good, teacher. And
Anything special?
I finished my presentation.
Oh,
I
good.
the word with the correct pronunciation
Uh-huh.
and fix the mistakes of grammar.
Oh, okay. Very good. How did you check the pronunciation? Did you check them online or did you check a dictionary?
And I use in a specific the software Grammarly.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Uh,
Okay.
and the rules teacher of the class.
The rules of the class? What do you mean?
Yes, teacher. The first adjective and next.
Oh, uh-huh. You mean the grammar. Uh-huh. Okay, I got it. I understand. So you check the grammar, you check the pronunciations, and now all you have to do is to practice and make sure that you remember everything. Of course, Lynette, you don't have to remember everything, You can have some notes and remind yourself whenever you forget something. You don't have to memorize it. So don't spend time memorizing everything. As long as you know what you're going to talk about, that's enough. And then you can have notes and take a look at your notes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Diana is here. Nijaret is here. Hi, Diana. Hey, Nijaret.
Hi,
Hi,
teacher.
teacher. Hi,
Hello
everyone.
there. Diana, where were you? We missed you on, you were absent on Friday, right?
No, Friday. No, teacher.
So
I'm
maybe it was Thursday that you were absent.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
you were absent.
Thursday.
Okay,
Yes,
okay. Did you have a chance to watch the video of the class for
yes,
Thursday? And
teacher.
okay, okay, perfect.
Weekend.
Okay, perfect. Nice, nice. And Nijirat, welcome back. How was the vacation?
Hello, teacher. That's
Hello.
okay.
Are you sad that you're back?
What, teacher?
Are you sad now that you're back?
Sad? No.
No?
Oh, yes, yes, teacher, because it was amazing
Yeah, I know, I
vacation.
know,
Yes.
I know. And you have a beautiful tan on your face. Did you
Yes?
tan?
No, so.
No, so okay, you look very good.
Teacher,
Okay, so welcome back.
thank you.
Hey, Patricia.
Hi, teacher. Hi, everybody.
Hello, honey. How was the weekend,
Um,
Patricia?
was good.
Good, okay.
Good.
Anything special?
Special. No, nothing special.
Okay, nothing special. Okay.
Nothing to do.
I know, I know. It's the same for most of us because, with the pandemic and everything, there's nothing special really.
Yes.
For me too, I didn't do anything special. We just had like a little brunch with my family and then watch TV, cleaning, laundry, the usual stuff. I wanted to go out, but the beaches here in Toronto, the beaches are so crowded. So we
Crowded.
decided not to go. Yeah. So maybe next
Yeah.
week.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Hi, Angelica.
Hi, teacher. Hi, everyone. How are you?
Hello. Good. And you?
Good, good,
How
good,
was the
good.
weekend for you?
It's good. It was good.
Uh-huh.
I stayed with my family. I cut my hair.
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's
How
similar
long was
to
it?
Patricia.
I know. I didn't notice because before I didn't notice how long your hair was before, So now I couldn't notice that. But it looks
Uh,
good. So
yeah.
probably it looked good before as well. So now it looks better.
Thank you.
Oh, good.
It's
Oh, good.
Angelica. Now is lighter, more
Yeah,
lighter,
now life is better.
right?
Now it's not as heavy as
Better.
before.
Not
Yes.
heavy. Yes.
Not heavy. Okay, looks good on you. Caroline is here. Leilani are here. Are you guys here?
Hello, I'm
Hello,
here.
honey. Hi, Caroline.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, Leilani. What happened to your video?
Oh, I miss you.
Oh, hi. Hello there. Okay. Good, 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 good. The weekend was fun, Leilani? Okay. Okay. I know. You're mute, honey. You're mute.
Sorry, teacher.
No problem.
Saturday I worked, and the yesterday I went to Costco.
Oh, Costco. Okay.
Yes.
So is it the same that usually for me it's like that for example, I want to buy one bottle of shampoo. I go to Costco and then I spend $600 and when I come back to my car, I realize that I forgot the shampoo, and then I have to go Can you control yourself when you go to Costco?
No, I love Costco.
I know. It's difficult. So nice. Okay, so let me see. And as you remember, guys, as I told you before, we are live on YouTube. You can say hi to anyone who's watching right now. I told you, I don't know if all of you were present the other day when I told you that we're going to be on YouTube today. But if you were not, probably watch the video of the class. And if not, now I'm telling you that we are live on YouTube and I am watching it right now. 8 people are watching and maybe more people will join us. So give me a second. I have to fix something. I'll be back in a jiffy. Okay? Okay, we're back. So let me check who's here and then we're gonna continue. Okay. Here. And so, Angelica, you're here. And then I have Caroline present. I have Daniel, not yet. Daniela is not here yet, right? Not yet, I know. Okay. And I have Edna. Hi, Edna.
Hi, teacher.
You were so quiet. I didn't notice you're in the class. How are you today?
Thank you.
Good?
Yes, teacher, I am fine.
How's the family?
I'm good.
Good?
Tomorrow finish class.
Oh, nice. Okay, perfect. Patricia is here. Yeah, Patricia is there. Raul will be late probably today, and Diana is also here. Okay. So, what are we doing for today? On Friday, we talked about the first part of your Unit 12. Yeah, do you remember? The first part we talked about, if I want to remind you, we talked about future perfect and future perfect continuous. And also we did some exercise, we did a review, we did some extra exercises about that. Any questions about that topic? Future perfect and future perfect continuous. No, we're good? Patricia, can you give me an example maybe with one of them, like a situation about yourself using future perfect and future perfect continuous?
By August, I will have finished my English.
Perfect. So on by August, right? By August, I will have finished my English class. Is it true? Are you going to finish by August?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, good for you. So you're almost done. That's correct. And also, you know that when you're going with the ing form, you're talking about the duration of the action, right? For example, I can say by August, Patricia will have been studying English for how long? 2 years?
1 year. No,
1 year.
No, I started in September
Uh-huh.
last year.
So it's going to be almost
Almost 1 year.
Almost
Yes,
1 year,
almost 1
exactly,
year.
right? So in that sentence, because our focus is on the duration of the time that she has been studying and she will have been studying, because of that, you're doing the ing form. Any questions about that before we continue to the next topic? We're good? Okay, amazing. Then we can start the second part. This is going to be so much fun, especially now because we're getting closer and closer to being able to travel again. So this part, the starting point of this unit is about travel tips. What you should do and what you shouldn't do, how to solve a problem, how to deal with a situation when you are traveling. First, I want someone, anyone wants to read this part? Maybe Angelica, you want to read any? Go on, please.
Yes.
Read the first situation and then we're gonna discuss the sentences. Go on. This is from, sorry, before you start, this is from a website. It's called Terry's Travel Tips. That is TTT. Terry's Travel Tips. And she is this young woman giving advice when people want to take trips, probably. Go on, Angelica.
McBee says, a woman fell down in front of me during a sightseeing tour. I helped her up, but soon after I couldn't find my wallet. Do you think she might have taken it?
Mm-hmm.
Terry
Continue.
says. Terry says, it's very likely. If you hadn't been so nice, you would probably still have your wallet. It's a common scam. Someone pretends to be in trouble, but actually turns out to be a thief.
To be a thief, exactly. Have you ever had that experience? Someone like approaching you, getting closer to you, and then they want to ask you a question, or maybe they just bump you and then they say sorry, but when they go, something's missing. We've seen it in movies, in movies, it's very, it's something that usually we see in movies, people like picking pocket. But this one was during a sightseeing tour. Let's look at the first sentence together one more time. It says that a woman fell down in front of me during a sightseeing tour. What is the time of that sentence? A woman fell down in front of me during a sightseeing tour. It is past, present, future. What is it?
Past.
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 Good. Very good. What about the next one? I helped her up, but soon after I couldn't find my wallet. What about this one?
Past.
Also
Past.
past, exactly.
Also
Now,
past.
do you think she might have taken it? What is might have taken?
Future.
So I'm talking about the woman falling down, like in the past, right? So she fell down, and then Meg B helped her, but she couldn't find a wallet. So why do you think that this sentence is in the future?
No.
Still in the past, right? But why do we have might here? What is the meaning of might?
Maybe.
Maybe, exactly. It means that she's talking, the question is asking about the probability in the past, right? It's a probability in the past because we're not sure. We don't know the woman who fell down really took the wallet or not. So because of that, we're using it as a probability. It means maybe yes, maybe no. Maybe she took it, but maybe she didn't take it, right? And also, because we're talking about past, after might, you have to go with the past participle, right? Might have taken, right? Remember I told you before, when you're talking about past, you go with the can or could plus have plus past participle when we were talking about conditional sentence number 3. Yeah, so this is the same. We're talking, and conditional sentence number 3 was about the past, right? So this one is also the same. Do you think she might have taken it? It means in the past, she's not sure about what really happened. That's why you have might. Angelica, continue and let's see what Terry's answer is.
Terry says, it's very likely if you hadn't been so nice, you would probably still have your wallet. It's a common scam. Someone pretends to be in a trouble, but actually turns out to be a thief.
Very good, to be a thief. You remember, guys, last week we talked about 2 conditional sentences. Do you remember them? Before you already studied conditional number 1, but last week I told you about conditional number 2 and conditional number 3. Do you remember them? What is number 2? What is number 3?
2 is if would plus base form.
Base form, exactly. So the first part, for example, is simple past. I can say if I had a car, if I had a car, I would give you a ride, right? If I had a car, I would give you a ride. So the first part is simple past. The second part is would plus the base form. What about you, Nijera? Do you remember number 3, conditional sentence number 3? It was an unreal past conditional when 2 things, both the result, the imaginary situation and the imaginary result, both were in the past. Remember?
Yes, is have plus past participle.
So it was could or would, depending on the meaning of the sentence, plus have plus past participle. What about the first part of the sentence? What about the if clause? Anyone can help? What was the if clause?
If
Past
perfect.
Past perfect,
Past perfect.
exactly. Because I told you that conditional number 2 is talking about a situation. It's an unreal situation. It's less probable, less possible to happen. And it's happening in the present and future. For example, if I had a car, it means I don't have a car. I would give you a car. I would give you a ride, which means I can't give you a ride, right? So this one is about the present and the future. But the other one, conditional number 3, as you remember, was talking about 2 actions, 2 situations, both of them in the past. And because it was in the past, it's an unreal situation, right? For example, I can say, if I had studied for the test, I could have passed my exam, right? So could have, past participle. Now, you had a little brush up on the conditional sentences. Look at Terry's answer here. Can you see a conditional sentence here? In this part, do you see a conditional sentence?
If you hadn't been so nice.
What is the second?
You'd probably still have your wallet.
Look at the sentence. Which conditional is it? Is it number 1? Is it number 2? Or is it number 3? Patricia, you're signaling me that it is number 3, right? So the first part, I do agree with you. Look at here. If you hadn't been so nice, I told you that. Number 3, the first part is past perfect. So good. But what about here? You would probably have your wallet. What is the second part?
What is the second part?
Second part. What is the second part?
Participle.
Is it past participle? No. No. It's would plus have. Would
Just
have. Yeah.
And another.
Which one?
Second.
The second conditional. Exactly. This is the point that I'm going to tell you about today. Remember, I told you that I'm going to tell you about mixed conditionals. right? This is the mixed conditional. It means that you have conditional number 2, you have conditional number 3. You get one part of number 2, one part of number 3. You put them together, it is conditional mixed. Yeah? So look here, it says that the first part, if you hadn't been so nice, it means in the past, right? It means you were so nice in the past. You would probably still have your wallet now. This one is about the present. This is the mixed conditional. It means that you're talking about a situation in the past with the result at the present time, right? Because remember, for a conditional number 2, it was present and present. For conditional number 3, it was past and past. But for mixed conditional, the if part, the situation part, or the condition part is in the past, but the result is not in the past. The result is from the other one. The result is in the present. That's why we call it mixed conditional, because it's a mixture of conditional number 2 and conditional number 3. Right? Now, let's read more examples. Of course, I'm going to give you all the details. I just want you to understand what is the concept of a mixed conditional, right? We're mixing past and present. Okay? Maybe Leilani, honey, can you read the second situation, please? Bruno H.
Bruno H says, I wanted to share a type my friend gave me that I used it on my last vacation. If you are already about losing your passport, like I am, don't carry it around if you just keep it in your hotel room.
Before you continue, do you see a conditional sentence in this part? Which one?
I use on my last vacation.
Conditional sentences usually start with if, or they have if in the sentence.
If you were
Or about.
So this is the conditional sentence. If you are worried about losing your passport, don't carry it around with you. Which one is it? Number 1, 2, or 3? Or mixed? One. Exactly. Very good, Ninja. It is conditional number 1. It's talking about the real situation. If you are worried, then don't carry your wallet around, your passport around with you, right? So that one is conditional number 1. But what about Terry's answer? Leilani, continue.
That is a good type if there is
tip. The pronunciation, Leilani, honey, is tip.
Tip, okay.
Yeah.
That is a good tip if there is a safe in your room. If not, keep your passport with you at all times. If someone had broken into your room, you would probably still be trying to get home.
Look at this one. Look at the last sentence. If someone had broken into your room, past, present, or future? Past, exactly. If someone had broken into your room. Now, look at the second part. You would probably still be trying to get home. What about this one? Past, present, or future?
Future.
Why future? Why do you say
Past
future?
continuous.
Past continuous or present?
Oh,
it's a present situation.
Continuous.
Present, exactly. The
Continuous.
situation
yeah.
is about the present. So what does that mean? It means that I'm talking about a condition in the past. What is the condition? If someone had broken into your room, nobody broke into my room, right? It's a hypothetical situation, right? It's an imaginary situation. If someone had broken into your room, what would be happening right now? You would probably still be trying to get home. It means a condition in the past which has a result in the present for you. You see? Patricia, question?
No?
No? I thought you want to ask a question.
No, thank you.
Okay, sure. So let's read the next one. Patricia, yourself, honey, can you read the next one, please?
Yes.
Daniela, I got your message. I know that you're driving. It's okay, honey. Don't worry. Just be careful about your driving, okay? Go on, Patricia.
Keen and says, on my last trip abroad, I brought a little notebook and pen to help me communicate while shopping. If I couldn't find something, I'd draw a picture. If I hadn't had that notebook and pen, my friends wouldn't be thanking me for the awesome souvenirs I brought them.
I brought them. Again, you have another mixed conditional here. Look here. If I hadn't had that notebook and pen, what's the meaning of that sentence? If I hadn't had that notebook and pen, it means she.
Talk about the past.
Talking about the past, and it's a hypothetical situation. It means the
Yes.
opposite is true. It means, did she have a notebook and a pen, or she didn't have a notebook and a pen? She had or she didn't have?
She had.
She had, exactly.
She had.
Because this is a hypothetical situation. It's something that didn't happen, right? If I hadn't had the notebook and pen, my friends wouldn't be thanking me for the awesome souvenirs I brought them. It means that I had a pen and I was able to buy souvenirs, communicate with people, with shops, with like shopping center, like with the salesperson. And now I'm giving good, awesome souvenirs to my friends. So again, the hypothetical situation is in the past, but the result is in the present. You understand? Now, let me give you another question, and then we can continue. This is true, actually. This is true. This happened like today in the morning, okay? And actually, it really happened. This morning, when I woke up, I had a very bad headache, okay? Because last night I was out a little bit, slept late, had a little beer. So I had a little headache in the morning when I woke up. Then I took a Tylenol, right? You know, the Tylenol, the painkiller, you know, I took a pill, and now I'm fine. Now, right now, I don't have a headache. So what do you think? If I want to make a sentence for that situation that really happened to me, it was a very bad headache. What can I say? So I took a pill in the morning, right? I had a headache, I took a pill, and now I don't have a headache anymore. Now I feel fine.
You hadn't had
Hadn't taken. If you hadn't taken, because I said I took a pill, right? So if you say, if you hadn't taken
a
pill, comma,
you
would be
had help you good.
I would be good. If I hadn't taken the B pill, I would be good. No, I would be bad.
But
Exactly. So as somebody said, I don't know who said that, I can say that for that situation, if I hadn't taken that pill this morning, I would still have the headache right now. I wouldn't feel good right now. You see, I would still have my headache right now. So this is the situation. The first condition was in the morning, I took the pill, but the result of that is in the present. Right now, I'm okay. I don't have a headache anymore. Yeah? Okay, so let's keep it here. I want to go back to the grammar section. Okay, I just wanted to have some idea what mixed conditional is, but we're gonna go back to it after we do a little bit of other exercises. Now, what about you guys? Have you had any problems while traveling? Have you had anything that you think might be like a good advice or tip for other people traveling? Any problems ever happened to you while you were traveling, while you were on vacation?
On subways,
Uh-huh.
you have you have to be careful about your purse or bag put on in front of you and on big cities like Madrid or Italy, like this, or New York, but most of the time we have a pickpocket, and
Yes.
you must be careful.
You must be careful. I totally
Yes.
agree with you. I totally agree with you. Anyone else? Thank you so much, Patricia. Any experiences or troubles you ever had while traveling? Caroline?
Oh yes, the worst thing happened on my vacation was when I was on in the beach, and a girl was burned with that animal. I don't know the name in English, teacher.
What?
It's
Crab?
invisible, and there are many
Jellyfish. Jellyfish.
jellyfish.
Yeah.
Yes, and it burned, and
Oh my God.
was a terrible accident.
So what did you do?
On with us was a doctor, and she helped her and put salt. I don't know the name.
Like an ointment, maybe like a salt. Oh, salt. Okay.
No salt. That when you put, dress your salad, you put salt and another thing.
Pepper?
Vinegar.
Yes.
Pepper. Vinegar.
Vinegar. Yes, vinegar. And
Okay.
the
Oh, it came off. The
jellyfish
jellyfish came off. Oh. I never liked swimming in the ocean or in the sea. I never liked it because it's always, if you want to swim, just go to the swimming pool.
Really? But it's so good.
It is so good. But then I had a bad experience too when I was a child, and then I don't like swimming in the ocean anymore. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yes, but it's dangerous too.
Yes, of course. Yeah. So just for that, why not? What else? Yeah. So thank you so much, Caroline. Anything else? Any tips you have for people traveling that you had the experience of? While you're thinking, I'm going to tell you something that happened to me. It was about, I guess, 6 or 5 years ago, I was traveling from my home country, which is Iran, to Canada. Because it's a long flight, it's always with stops. So there was one stop. And the stop was in Germany and Frankfurt. And the thing that happened was that my first flight was delayed. So when I got to the airport, to the airport in Germany, in Frankfurt, the second flight had already gone. Okay, so I was there, nothing, no tickets, and it was during Christmas. It was very busy. So I was really terrified and also I had to come back because I had to work. I didn't have the vacation was gone, was finished. So what happened was it was me and 25 other people. The airline took us to a nice hotel, and we had to stay there for 5 days. But the good thing is that it was all paid. It was everything included. The hotel was a good hotel, and then there was the food was paid for. Then every day we had tours. The tour would take us to beautiful like sightseeing places, to like historical places. We went to restaurants and everything. So I had a vacation inside another vacation. At the end, I was like, no, I don't want to go home. I want to stay here. This is much better. So it was supposed to be a bad experience because I missed my flight, but it turned out to be a very good experience, and I found really good friends, and it was just still it was stressful because I still had to come back because of my job, but it was a good experience after all. Now after 6 years, when I'm thinking about it, I consider it more positive than negative because it was fun. It was like a free vacation. So who doesn't like a free vacation? Okay. Anyone else? Did you remember anything? No more?
Teacher,
Yes, Annie.
my experience is similar her. Yes?
Who? Caroline?
You. No, are you? Your
Me.
teacher, yes.
Me. Okay,
Yes.
it's similar to you. Okay.
Yes. And when I was travel Cancun in 2017, yeah, I come back Cancun to Colombia in December 33. Yeah, the 31, yes, 31.
Okay.
31. When the pilot never come.
Oh,
Pilot never
the pilot. Okay.
Yes, never come. Because the airline give me one night in the hotel 5 stars there.
5 stars. Okay.
Yes. So all included.
Nice. So where was the pilot?
¿Cómo se llamaba? I don't remember.
I hope it was.
No,
okay.
I don't.
You don't know. Okay. And then you flight back. You just had your flight the next day?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Good. So one night it was like a, extra night for an extra night at the end of your vacation. Okay. Good. And anything else? Okay, so if not, let's continue. I'm gonna play a little the audio, the listening section. Let me play that part for you, and then we'll see. In this case, you're going to listen to Cindy and Scott talking about their travel problems, what happened to each person. I'm going to play the audio twice for you. The first time, just listen to understand what happened to these two people. And the second time, focus on part B. You have to listen again, choose the statements you think are probably true, and compare your answer with a partner after we are done. So let's listen.
Unit 12, Lesson B, page 100. Exercise 2. Things went wrong. Part A. Listen to Cindy and Scott talking about their travel problems. What happened to each person? 1. Cindy.
You'll probably be surprised to hear what I did. I was on a business trip. The flight was a long one, and when I arrived at my destination, I was eager to get my bags and get to my hotel to relax. Well, they always tell you to be careful to get the right bag, but I was in a hurry. You can guess what happened. My black suitcase looked just like every other one, so I picked up someone else's. I didn't realize my mistake until I got to the hotel. Well, I immediately called the airport, and fortunately, it all worked out. I had to go back to the airport, though, to pick up my suitcase and return the other one. And of course, I also had to apologize. If only I'd checked the name tag more carefully. It's funny, this sort of thing almost never happens to me when I travel.
2. Scott.
This is kind of a funny story. I was in Panama City and had a layover between flights. I'd arrived at about 6 p.m. and my flight out wasn't until about 8:30. Well, my flight was delayed. And delayed. It got really crowded at the departure gate. I was getting tired and there were so many people around. I hate crowds. So I went to sit away from the departure gate to escape the crowds. I was reading and feeling drowsy. I wish I'd slept on the flight to Panama. Anyway, the next thing I know, I wake up and there's no one around. The crowd is gone. I'd fallen asleep and missed my flight. They must have made lots of announcements, and I missed them all. Boy, did I feel stupid. I had to stay in Panama City overnight and catch a flight out the next morning.
So, did you get the gist of it? So, what happened to each of these people? Scott and Cindy. Don't give me details. Just give me like totally what happened, like, oh, generally. What was the problem with Cindy?
Cindy was in a trip, business trip. And
just tell me the problem, Angelica. Don't tell me the details. Just what happened,
okay,
what the problem was.
she picked up the wrong suitcase.
Exactly. So she picked up the wrong suitcase. And let me see, maybe Diana, honey, do you remember what was wrong with like Scott's trip? What happened with Scott?
What happened? What? Sorry, teacher?
Scott, the second one, the guy who was speaking, his name was Scott. So what was his problem?
No, teacher, I don't hear.
You don't? Okay. Patricia,
Sorry.
did you hear that part?
Yes, Scott's his flight was delayed. And the gate was closed. And he slept and he realized the crowd is gone.
And the flight was gone.
Everything
was gone.
Everything was gone, and he lost the flight.
The flight, exactly, because he overslept. He was taking a nap.
Yes.
Now you know what happened with each one of them. Cindy actually, as Angelica said, picked up the wrong suitcase because all of the suitcases were similar to each other. So she took the wrong one. And Scott missed the flight because he was taking a nap. Now, listen again, and this time I want you to focus more on the details, okay? Give me more details and also answer the questions in part B, please. Why it is not playing? Let me refresh it. Okay. I guess it's working.
Unit 12, Lesson B, page 100. Exercise 2. Things went wrong. Part A. Listen to Cindy and Scott talking about their travel problems. What happened to each person? 1. Cindy.
You'll probably be surprised to hear what I did. I was on a business trip. The flight was a long one, and when I arrived at my destination, I was eager to get my bags and get to my hotel to relax. Well, you know, they always tell you to be careful to get the right bag, but I was in a hurry. You can guess what happened. My black suitcase looked just like every other one, so I picked up someone else's. I didn't realize my mistake until I got to the hotel. Well, I immediately called the airport, and fortunately, it all worked out. I had to go back to the airport, though, to pick up my suitcase and return the other one. And of course, I also had to apologize. If only I'd checked the name tag more carefully. It's funny, this sort of thing almost never happens to me when I travel. 2.
Before we continue to number 2, let's see what details you remember about Cindy. Lynette, you want to tell me a little bit about Cindy's situation?
Yes, teacher Cindy. She was a business trip. The flight was long, and she had a mistake in the airport.
And she was very tired, right? And she said that I couldn't wait to go back to the hotel and sleep and relax. So
immediately she got to the airport for find the mistake and go to the airport again. It's funny because she never had the experience.
She never those things happened to her before. So it was like a new experience. Good. Any details about Cindy you remember that Lynette didn't talk about? Anything else? Any details?
She called to the airport.
She called the airport. Exactly. First, before going back to the airport, she called the airport, and fortunately, everything worked out. So it was not a big problem. But still, she was tired. She had to go back. It was inconvenient. Diana, do you remember why she picked up the wrong suitcase? What was the reason? Diana, I think you got disconnected. Can you hear me? Diana?
Sorry, teacher, my
No
internet
problem.
is bad.
I know the internet got interrupted. So, do you remember why did she make that mistake? Why she picked up the wrong suitcase?
For Cindy?
Yes.
She don't remember the mistake.
So the mistake was she took the wrong suitcase, right? When they were waiting for the suitcase, by mistake, she took the wrong one. But why did she make that mistake?
Not sure, I don't remember.
Caroline, do you remember?
Teacher, I don't remember very well, but I think it's something get hurry.
She was in a hurry, yes, but that is not the reason. That is not the reason. Maybe someone else. Etna, do you remember the reason why? No? What about Angelica?
The suitcase was similar. It's a black suitcase.
Exactly. She said that my suitcase was black. It was similar to all the other black suitcases, right? So she saw a black suitcase. The first suitcase, she was in a hurry. She was tired. So she took the first one, but it was the wrong one. Good. Now let's listen to Scott one more time, and then you tell me about Scott this time. Listen. Okay, so I have to refresh one more time.
Unit 12, Lesson B. I got to the hotel. Well, I immediately called the airport, and fortunately, it all worked out. I had to go back to the airport, though, to pick up my suitcase and return the other one. And of course, I also had to apologize. If only I'd checked the name tag more carefully. It's funny, this sort of thing almost never happens to me when I travel.
Number 2.
2. Scott.
This is kind of a funny story. I was in Panama City and had a layover between flights. I'd arrived at about 6 p.m. and my flight out wasn't until about 8:30. Well, my flight was delayed. And delayed. It got really crowded at the departure gate. I was getting tired and there were so many people around. I hate crowds. So I went to sit away from the departure gate to escape the crowds. I was reading and feeling drowsy. I wish I'd slept on the flight to Panama. Anyway, the next thing I know, I wake up and there's no one around. The crowd is gone. I'd fallen asleep and missed my flight. They must have made lots of announcements, and I missed them all. Boy, did I feel stupid. I had to stay in Panama City overnight and catch a flight out the next morning.
So, Patricia, you tell me a little bit about Scott. It was a funny mistake, actually. Why did you miss your flight? I wasn't sleeping. I was taking a nap.
Oversleep.
Yeah.
Had a big delay between flights, and the flight was delayed on time. He got tired and he was reading, and he
fell asleep.
Fell asleep.
Yeah.
The next thing he knows, nobody was in the gate.
Yeah.
He missed his flight.
He missed his flight, exactly. So let's keep it here, and maybe someone else. Leilani, what did he do after he missed his flight?
He got the other flight the next morning.
So he had to stay there. What was the name of the city? I don't remember. Where was it?
Panama.
Okay,
City.
Panama City. Okay, so he had to stay there. He had to stay there overnight, spend the night there, and then he had to take another flight the next morning. Exactly. And he said that he felt really stupid, and I do agree. And also, what else? What else about? I think that Patricia told us everything about. Do you remember any other details about Scott? I don't remember. Anything else? Any details about Scott? I don't think so. I think Patricia said it all. Look at the sentences in part B. It says compare the answers and also choose the statement that you think are probably true. Caroline, can you read the first one, honey?
Cindy was a unique, easy to see name tag on her luggage.
True or false?
False.
False.
False, yeah. Because if she had a unique, if she had a unique, easy to see name tag, she wouldn't have picked the wrong one, right? So that one is false. That is not true. Diana, what do you think about number 2? Bless you.
Sorry. Cindy travels frequently. True.
True, yeah. She said that I never make these kind of mistakes and it never happens to me. So that one, she didn't say it, but it was implied by everything that she said, that she usually travels very frequently. So I would say true. Nijarat, number 3?
Number 3, Scott likes peace and quiet when he travels. I think that just because he hates the
crowded place. Yeah, they hate the crowded gate, that it was getting so crowded. I would say yes. Scott likes peace and quiet when he travels. I would say yes. I do agree with that. And the last one, Etna, number 4.
Scott slept soundly all the way to Panama City. True.
I don't agree with that. He didn't actually. He didn't sleep. He didn't have the chance to get a nap or sleep to Panama City, and it was the reason why he was so tired at the airport. Okay, so he said that I wish I had taken a nap. I wish I had slept on my first flight. Right? I wish I had slept means he didn't sleep. Right? So the last sentence is false, in my opinion. Everybody, do you agree, guys? Do you think the last one, number 4, is false or true? Yeah, you agree with me that it is false. Exactly. Scott slept soundly all the way to Panama City is not correct because of the sentence that he said that I wish I had slept on my first flight. It means he didn't sleep. Anything about the listening you want me to repeat? Is it okay? Do you want me to repeat anything? No, we're good? Okay, you have the file. You can listen to it again. Just I do recommend that you listen to the files like one more time. Okay, that's gonna be okay for you. Did I give you the file to the folder for today's lesson? Did I give you the link? No, for Unit 12B? Okay, let me do it. Okay, share. There you go, it's in the chat. Open it, please. When you open it, you're going to see 3 documents. One is the homework, the other one is the audio that you're supposed to listen to one more time, and you have the explanation for the grammar. There you go. Just open it, make sure everybody has the file. Oh, hi, Daniela. You're not driving anymore.
No, teacher. All right.
It's not safe. You know that. Just if you're driving, just like let it be, don't participate, don't talk to me, don't message me, just let it be.
Yes, teacher, but
I know.
I can't.
I know. Okay, so be careful. Just all I'm saying is be careful. Now, take a look at your grammar section here. You remember at the beginning of the class, I told you about conditionals, like mixed conditional sentences, that the first part is talking about the past, the condition is talking about the past, and the consequence is talking about the present situation, right? Now, I have a question for you. Do you think, because I told you that, conditional number 1 is real, conditional number 2 is unreal, conditional number 3, past conditional, is also unreal. So what do you think about mixed conditional? Do you think that this is a real conditional or an unreal conditional sentence?
Mix, 2.
No, the mix is correct. So it's not possible something is real and unreal at the same time. You cannot say that, for example, the animal is dead and alive at the same time. No, you have to choose one.
Be real?
What?
Unreal.
Unreal.
Hypothetical.
Because look at the sentence. If you hadn't been, one part of your sentence is in the past. And when it is in the past, you don't even have to think about it. You're talking about a past condition. You're talking about a past situation, which is impossible to change, right? So in this case, you have the first part and you have the second part. The second part is not in the past, but the first part is in the past. So because of that, this mixed conditional is also unreal. This cannot happen. For example, I can tell you that if I hadn't taken the pill, the Tylenol, now I would have a headache. Can I go back to today morning and don't take the pill? Is it possible? Of course not, right? So this is why I say this sentence is unreal conditional, right? So remember that mixed conditionals are also unreal conditionals because half of the sentence, half of the situation is happening in the past and past is unreal. Got it? Now, look at the sentences here. It says use had or hadn't, depending on the sentence, plus past participle. What is had, hadn't, past participle? What is the name of that tense?
Past perfect.
Past perfect, amazing. And would or wouldn't, to talk about hypothetical situations or events in the past that have effects on the present. Right? So the hypothetical situation is happening in the past, but the result of it is not in the past, because if it was in the past, it would be what conditional number 2, right? It's okay, sorry, conditional number 3. This one is talking about a past hypothetical situation and the result of that situation in the present moment. Look at the sentences. If you hadn't been so nice, you would probably still have your wallet, past and present. Or if someone had broken into your room, you would probably still be trying to get home. That one is past and present. Let me give you one example here. Now, look at here. I'm going to tell you that I remember I gave you this sentence. I came to Canada 10 years ago, right? Now, for that situation, I'm telling you this information about myself that I came to Canada 10 years ago. Can you give me one conditional sentence, whatever you like, depending on that situation, which is number 3, conditional sentence number 3. So you want to say that, what is the first part? If Ellie
Hadn't. The past.
Come.
It is come, came, come. So hadn't come.
Canada.
To Canada 10 years ago. She, for example, immigration to another country. Okay. She would
To emigrate.
No. Immigration to another country would also be in the past.
She would
Having another.
He would have.
In another country.
No. You need a past participle. Would have past participle.
to
Travel. Move it.
Moved. She would have moved to another country.
Another country.
Yeah, another country. Right? This is a sentence. She would have moved to another country. Let me make it bigger.
Teacher,
Yes.
sorry, in the last sentence, the book, the complete sentence was if past perfect plus present. Yes, but
Yes.
this sentence is if plus past perfect plus past.
Yeah, because this one, look here, Nijaret, look here. I'm giving you, what is this sentence? This sentence is conditional number 3. You see, Nijaret, this is conditional number 3, right? Now, what I want you to do, I want you to give me another example with the same situation, but this time use a mixed conditional. The first part is the same, right? I say that if Ellie hadn't come to Canada 10 years ago. Now, in this part, you want to talk about a consequence or the effect of that condition, not in the past, because she would have moved to another country is talking about the past, right? Here, I want you to say something that is affecting the present situation. I am your teacher, right? I'm your teacher, aren't I? And right now I am your teacher. So if Ellie hadn't come to Canada 10 years ago, she wouldn't. I am your teacher, so she wouldn't. No. She wouldn't be
a teacher.
She wouldn't be our teacher now. This is it. What kind of conditional is this? This one is the mixed conditional. You see the difference between these two sentences? The first part is the same. If Ellie hadn't come to Canada 10 years ago, is the same. And this one is also the same. If Ellie hadn't come to Canada 10 years ago, right? So in both situations, the hypothetical situation is in the past. But in the first one, you are talking about the result of this hypothetical situation. In the past, we're talking about 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I decided to come to Canada, right? And then if 10 years ago I hadn't come to Canada, I hadn't decided to, or I hadn't come to Canada, I would have moved to another country when 10 years ago, right? But in the second situation, you say that if Ellie hadn't come to Canada 10 years ago, the result of that is at the present. What is the result? I came to Canada and now I am your teacher. So you can say that if Ellie hadn't come to Canada 10 years ago, she wouldn't be our teacher now. This is the first one, past and past. The second one, which is a mixed conditional, is past and present. One more example, maybe? Again, about me. Anybody wants to get me an example? Me? I am the princess. I'm gonna, okay. All the examples about me. Let me tell you one example. Something real, you know, I want to give you something real, something, okay, that's a good one. I can say that this is the second example. I met my husband 10 years ago, 11 years ago. 101, 11 years ago, right? We got married 6 years ago. I met my husband 11 years ago. We got married 6 years ago. Now, give me one with number 3, please. I met my husband 11 years ago. We got married 6 years ago.
If Ellie
hadn't
met
her husband when
11 years ago.
11 years ago, she wouldn't
not she.
Ellie?
No. Getting married is 2 people.
They
wouldn't
have
got married.
Got or gotten, you know, the past perfect should be, yeah. They wouldn't have gotten married 6 years ago, right? They wouldn't have gotten married 6 years ago. Now, do you understand the sentence? We met 11 years ago. We got married 6 years ago. Past and past. Both of the situations are happening in the past. The hypothetical situation, the result of that, past and past. The other one, which is a mixed conditional. Okay, let me go with a mixed conditional. For the mixed conditional, the first part is the same, right? The first part is if Ellie hadn't met her husband 11 years ago. What is the present situation? We are living together now. Right now, we're living together. So pay attention. I want you to understand that if Ellie hadn't met her husband 11 years ago, they wouldn't have gotten married. Getting married is 6 years ago, right? But right now, today, we are living together. So
they wouldn't be
together. They wouldn't be Living together. Let's go. They wouldn't be living together.
Together now.
Together now. Exactly. You see the difference between the situations here? That what in both situations, the condition that we're talking about, let's see, the condition that we're talking about is in the past. But then the difference is the result. In conditional number 3, the hypothetical situation is in the past. The result of that situation is also in the past. But in the mixed conditional, we're talking about the hypothetical situation, but the result of that situation in the present, not in the past anymore. So past and present together is a mixed conditional. Do you understand?
Teacher, yeah. This clause still be in a hypothetical situation.
Yeah, still, because here, the first one, I'm saying I didn't meet my husband, which is not possible. Here, I also didn't meet my husband 11 years ago, which is also hypothetical. Exactly. We're not talking about a hypothetical situation. The hypothetical situation is the same. It's in the past. We're talking about the result of that. In number 3, the result is also in the past, but in number 2, the result is in the present. Yeah. You see? That's it. Now, can you give me something about yourself? Give me a situation so we all together, we can help and make some examples with your situation. So I don't want to be the princess anymore. Okay, you be the princess. Go on. Lynette, I remember you told me that you had the chance to get a fund from the government to go to Sydney, right?
Yes, teacher.
But you didn't get it.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me something about that. Now you perfectly know how to make that sentence. Everybody can help if you want. So Lynette had the opportunity to get a fund, like a full fund from the government to go to Sydney to study. But for some reason, she decided not to get that fund. And right now, she's not in Sydney. She's not in Australia. She's in Panama. What can you tell me?
If Lynette.
If Lynette
hadn't the fall.
Hadn't what?
Hadn't the fall.
No.
Rejected.
Hadn't rejected. If Lynette hadn't rejected, or you can say, it make it easier. You can say if Lynette had accepted, hadn't rejected, or had accepted, right? Both of them are possible. It's the same thing, but that one is easier. So if Lynette hadn't rejected the fund, right now she is in Panama and she's not in Sydney.
She would be living in Canada. In
in Sydney.
Australia.
She would be studying in Sydney. Sydney. Sydney is correct.
Yes.
It looks like weird to me. If Lynette hadn't rejected the fund, she would be studying in Sydney now. You see? So we're talking about a decision that Lynette made in the past, but the result of that is that right now she is not in Sydney. She's not studying in Australia. She is right now studying in Panama. The result is in the present. Someone else, give me a situation. Thank you so much, Lynette, honey. Give me another situation, something, a decision that you made in the past and it had some kind of result in your present.
If I accept
So I'm going to go with your name, okay? If Caroline
had accepted a job opportunity in another city.
A job in another city.
Carol wouldn't met her husband. Met her husband.
Caroline, pay attention. When did you meet your husband?
After this job opportunity.
When? 2 years ago, 5 years ago? It's in the past.
6 years.
So in that situation, you didn't accept the job, you met your husband. Past and past, it's conditional number 3. So you have to say that if Caroline had accepted a job in another country, she wouldn't have met her husband. Right?
Right.
Because it's both are happening in the past. But you can say for the mixed one, I can say that if Caroline had accepted a job opportunity in another city, she would be living in that city right now. She wouldn't work in the current job that she has. You know? Because you have to mix it with the present situation, but you meeting your husband is not present. It is past and past. So this one is conditional number 3.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Amazing. One more and then we go to the book.
Teacher, I tried.
Go on, Daniela.
If the man hadn't built the rocket.
If the man hadn't built the rocket.
The man wouldn't gone to the moon.
No. When did the man go to the moon? When did human being travel to the moon?
When?
In the past. Yeah.
Yes.
So it is past conditional. In that case, you have to say that if the man hadn't built the rocket, the man, again, wouldn't have traveled to the moon. Because building the rocket is in the past, traveling to the moon is also in the past. Past and past, number 3.
But is grown, the man wouldn't gone?
Yes, it is wrong because after would, you have to use a base form. Gone is the past participle. So not only in this sentence, wouldn't gone is not correct in English. Not only in this sentence, would gone is never together because would is a modal verb, okay, and after the modal verb, we can never use a past participle. That's why we always have would, have in the middle, and then past participle, would have gone or wouldn't have gone. Okay. For example, for this one, I wanna give you one sentence, Daniela. You can say that if the man hadn't built the rocket, we wouldn't be able to plan to live on another planet. Because right now, in the present time, they are like scientists are planning to get people ready to go and live on other planets. It is about now and the future. So in that case, you can say if the man hadn't, or human beings hadn't built the rocket, we wouldn't be able to dream about another life in another planet. You know, something like that. Something that is not about the past, about the present or the future. Do we get the concept, guys? Do we understand the mixture? Okay. Now, we're going to do more examples, but I want you to go to the book, read some of the examples from the book, and then...
Sorry.
Yes, honey.
The mixed conditional is only...
I can't hear you, Nijaret. Can you speak up a little bit? Speak louder a little bit.
Okay, you can...
It's better, yeah.
Teacher, the mixed conditional is only with the last part of sentence in present
Oh, very good question, Nijura. Great
or
question.
in
No,
future?
no, we have lots of mixed conditionals. We have 4 or 5 different kinds of mixed conditionals. We're gonna like study them one by one, but for now it is just this mixed conditional. Okay, for now we are just going to talk about the mixed conditional. That is a mixture of past and present. But yes, we have present and past. We have future and present. We have past and future. There are different mixed conditionals. For now, we are focusing on past and present. Okay?
Thank you, teacher.
No problem, dear. Look here. It gives you, your book is giving you an exercise. It says complete these sentences with the correct form of the verbs in parentheses. You have to read based on the meaning, decide if it should be past perfect or would and base form of the verbs. Read the sentences. All of them are mixed conditionals. Go on, please. Are we done? No? Okay. Okay, let's see what you have. Daniela, honey, would you do the first one, please?
Okay. The airline lost number 2.
Yes, please.
The airline lost my luggage.
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 Yeah.
If I had brought a change of clothes in my carry-on bag, I wouldn't shop it for new clothes now.
Because it says right now and she's in the middle of shopping, don't you think it's better with an ing form? Because right now I'm in the store, and I'm picking clothes and I'm choosing, for example, shirts and pants. So it has the meaning of ing. Can you fix your answer, Daniela? The airline lost my luggage. If I had brought a change of clothes in my carry-on bag,
I wouldn't shopping.
be shopping.
I wouldn't be shopping.
I wouldn't, because it's ing. Ing is am is are ing, right? And because after would you need a base form, you have to go with be. I wouldn't be shopping for new clothes now. The first part is had brought. The second part is wouldn't be shopping.
Wouldn't be shopping for
Yeah,
new clothes.
correct. Wouldn't be shopping. Yes, correct. Leilani, honey, can you go with number 3?
This flight is so long. If I hadn't bought an economic ticket, I wouldn't be more comfortable now.
So a better ticket wouldn't be more comfortable or would be more comfortable?
Wouldn't be.
Would be. It's positive, right? Because right now I'm not comfortable. If I hadn't bought an economy ticket, I would be more comfortable now. It means if I had bought a better ticket, I would be more comfortable, right? So for number 3, the answers, the first part is hadn't bought, B-O-U-G-H-T, hadn't bought. And the second part is would be. And be in this case is a stative verb, right? So because it is a stative, there is no ing. You cannot say that I am being a doctor. You are a doctor, right? So there is no ing there. Patricia, next one, number 4.
Yes. If you hadn't learned to speak some Mandarin before moving to Taipei, you wouldn't be able to ask someone for directions now.
So if I study Mandarin, I can't ask a question. You have to pay attention to positive and negative, Patricia. Fix your answer, please.
Go ahead.
So the situation is
if I had learned
correct
Mandarin before moving to Taipei, you would be able to ask someone.
Very good. Yeah, it means that I didn't study and now I can't ask questions. You're talking about the opposite of that situation. If you had learned to speak some Mandarin before moving to Taipei, you would be able to ask someone for direction now. Both of them are positive because I didn't do them and I can't ask questions. So if you had learned, you would be able to. And Lynette, please, the last one.
If Martha hadn't become a flight attendant, she probably wouldn't travel.
For this one, as much as she does, for this one, you have both of the options of using present, ing and no ing. The first part, as Lynette said, if Martha hadn't become, that is the answer, a flight attendant, she probably wouldn't travel or wouldn't be traveling. We also have a meaning of ing, in my opinion, because a flight attendant is always traveling, traveling again and again and again and again. It has a meaning of ing, in my opinion. So for this one, you can use it both with ing or without ing. If Martha hadn't become a flight attendant, she probably wouldn't travel or wouldn't be traveling as much as she does. Yeah? Okay. You understand, everyone?
Sorry. When I put ing or travel alone.
I didn't get the question. One more time.
When can I put with ing? You say traveling, be traveling,
yeah,
or wouldn't travel.
So in this case, both of them are correct, because travel is like the action, but also traveling because she's a flight attendant and she's always traveling. But to answer that question, generally, it's about like the action. If the action is happening continuously, then you can go with ing. For example, I can say that, I don't know, if I hadn't taken a vacation, I wouldn't be enjoying my time at the beach right now. Enjoying my time at the beach is something that I'm doing like repeatedly at the present time, right? So it has a meaning of continuity. It has a meaning of action happening again and again and again. But if I say that if I hadn't taken the pill, I would have a headache. Have a headache is not a repeated action, right? Have a headache is a stative verb, so you cannot use it with ing. It means that deciding to use the ing or not using the ing is completely depending on your verb and the meaning of your verb. If it has the focus of the time, if it has a time range, then you can go with ing. If not, no ing. Do you understand?
Yes, teacher, thank you.
Amazing. More questions? Anyone? No more? Okay, perfect then. What we're going to do, it's a 6:40 almost. Let's take a break. And when we come back, we're going to practice a little bit more. I'm going to give you some more exercise about it, okay? Take a break, and I will see you after the break, 15 minutes.